Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership, headquartered in Winter. They now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
Moving is hard. So much has happened here. I mean, this was Grace's first home. But this new home, well, it's what we always dreamed about. And it's so exciting to think of what will begin here.
And I will do it for you.
Welcome everybody to Fort Pierre, South Dakota, site of the Big Dakota Conference Tournament. Here is Game 1. There has been some shuffling in the schedule and the times. We are 4 hours ahead of schedule in this game as they move the Chamberlain Lady Cubs and Winter Lady Warriors up to the first game in pool play. It was scheduled for 2 o'clock. Here we are. It is 12:54 and we are rolling. Hope you're on board and ready to enjoy a wonderful game here. Winter coming in with a, what are we on now? A one-game winning streak after the Valentine loss. We come back and defeat, Ainsworth loss. We come back and defeat Lyman County Tuesday night in 3 sets. Here we had Sydney Fritz on the service line. She's going to get the first point for the Lady Warriors. Winner now leads this one 1-0. Kind of tough to do a jump serve from in this arena. Sydney collects the second point there for the Lady Warriors. Winner now leads this one 2-0. And Sydney going to collect her third point from the service line. Winner now leads 3-0. Very effective without her jump serve. Just getting the ball in play. A lot of velocity on that serve. There's going to be a ball across. We're going to get the rosters. So we have a shotgun start here today with all the rescheduling here in Fort Pierre for this Big Dakota Conference Tournament. There's Kelsey Bertram. That one's going to be a tip, and she's going to get another point there for the Lady Warriors. Sydney on a roll. Chamberlain really struggling to handle that power serve of hers. Winner does get a little dink over, but it's going to go out of bounds, and suddenly Winner's out 5-0. Okay, so we got to apologize. The rosters are not included in their brochure. Their winner jumps out to a 6-1 lead. I'll be joined momentarily by Betsy Wansel. She's still out on I-90 expecting a 2 o'clock start. That's Dusty Litoff from the service line. Tani with a nice little partial hit. Chamberlain going to collect. Oh, nice dig by Dusty Litoff. Staying with that ball in the second row. Keeping it alive, allowing Winner to get that ball up and over the net. The ball's passed over there. Nice little rally going by both teams. Kelsey Bertram catches the top of the net. That will be a 4-hit on the rebound off the net. So Chamberlain gets the point. Score is now 7-2. Okay, now we're back to action here in Fort Pierre. That's Kelsey Bertram at the line, winner with the 8-4 lead here. Kelsey's going to pass that to the front. Skylar Vandenhall trying to set up Tani Sherman. Floats past the net, and there was a nice kill there by number 11 for the Chamberlain Cubs. That's Madison Harmon. She's a 5'9 sophomore for the Lady Cubs. This is number 12 serving Bridget Bird. Bailey Vollmer mishits that one a little bit. Chamberlain now within 8-6 here in game one. Bird at the service line. That one took off from Bird. So Winner now with the point, 9-6. Bailey Vollmer coming to the line for the Lady Warriors. Nice floater deep into the back row. Big hit there by number 9 for the Lady Cubs. That would have been Haley Halleck. She was a big hitter last year. Is this year also. That one passes mishandled. Point Lady Warriors now lead 10-6. Bailey Vollmer at the line. Been floating that right back into that back corner at Bridget Bird. Bridget gets the free ball over. Skylar Vandenhall sets across. Woo! Smoke. Smoke is the nickname there for Sydney Fritz as she hammers that one home for the kill. Winner now leads 11-6. Winner with a little bit different lineup here. Seeing Skylar Vandenhall in here early. I know for a fact Kylie Horseman is back home, and she has been diagnosed with mono, so you probably won't see her in the lineup much for the Lady Warriors here over the coming weeks. So Skylar Vandenhall getting some playing time. Bailey Vollmer catches the top of the net, gets the friendly bounce for a point. Winner doubling up on Chamberlain Lady Cubs right now. 13-6, we're going to step away, take a 30-second break, and recognize Mel's Auto out of Winner.
Mel's Auto is a dedicated sponsor of all the action of Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. If you want your automotive in-road ready condition, bring it to Mel's Auto on 210 Polk Street in Winter. They have 3 full-time experienced mechanics on hand who get your vehicle back on the road fast. All types of repairs from oil changes to major overhauls and everything in between at the most competitive prices. They even pick up and deliver too. So when you need quality repairs of any type, be confident in Mel's Automotive in Winter. Call 842-2643 for an appointment.
Welcome back to Fort Pierre. This is the Big Dakota Conference Volleyball Tournament. This is Jody Brozick bringing you coverage for Winter Warriors Live as Winter Lady Warriors are taking on the Chamberlain Lady Cubs. Winter is the home team on the scoreboard here this afternoon, or this morning. Yeah, we're in the afternoon now. We're officially 1:02. Nice floating serve by Bailey Vollmer going after Bird again, and there's a nice kill there by number 11, Madison Harmon. The 5'9" sophomore elevates and puts that point home for the Lady Cubs. Now coming to the line is going to be Grace Eaton. She is a 5'6" sophomore setter. She's going to float that one right at Bailey Vollmer, passes it to Kelsey Bertram. Tawny Sherman brings the heat. Sydney set up. That one's going to go flying. Just that pass floated just a little too close to the net, and it looked like that was number 11, Madison Harmon, again for the point for the Lady Cubs. Your score is now 13-8. And again, you've got Yeaton at the service line for the Lady Cubs. Bailey Vollmer receives cleanly. Kelsey with a nice set. Sydney Fritz powers it through the double block and is going to get the point for the Lady Warriors. And with that, Tawny Sherman's going to come to the service line. Winner about through their first rotation of all their players at the service line. Nice deep serve again towards Bird. Harmon passes to Bertram. Skylar Vandenhall cross court. Pass was a little deep. That's going to be 4 hits on the Lady Warriors. Point to the Lady Cubs. I believe, if I am correct, these games have been shortened to 15 points. Maybe not. Maybe that third set is to 15. The first 2 are to 25. Tawny mishits from the back row. Winner just a little, I don't want to say rattled here. They just seem to be out of cohesiveness here. In set 1, Tawny not able to receive that one. Serving now for the Lady Cubs is their libero, Brett Story. First time she'd went at Tawny Sherman, this time at Skylar Vandenhall. Kelsey Bertram passes it to Sydney Fritz. She's catching the friendly roll off the top of the net today. Point winner, 15-11 here in set 1. Casey Nord going to check in. Casey's got a nice little fork ball from the service line. It's going to come hard and just die at the end. That one stays hard. Halleck with the attempt. And Casey Nord with that pass. It was floating into the net. It took her into the net. Point Chamberlain. And Chamberlain has clawed their way back into this one. It's 15-12 here. Set 1. Tawny Sherman with a nice receive. Casey Nord, nice set. Kelsey with the nice kill attempt. Nice pass back to Kelsey Bertram. Going to catch the top of the basketball hoop. That is going to be a point for the Lady Warriors. They now lead this one 16-12. And Dusty Litta floating backwards, pounds that one into the middle of the net. Cubs get the point. That's going to be a nice little server coming to the line for the Lady Cubs. This is Irene Grassrope. Had herself quite a tournament last year. Dusty Litta not able to receive it. Nice job by Casey Norden and Kelsey Bertram to keep that one alive. Tawny Sherman mishandles that shot from Willow Cott. She's a 5'10 junior, just pounds it right through her. Point Chamberlain. Your score is 16-14, and we are finally joined by the infamous Betsy Wansel. That's going to be a double hit on Kelsey Bertram, and suddenly we got a 16-15 game here, Betsy, first set. Everything catching everybody off guard. We're going to step away. We'll bring you on in 30 seconds here after a word from Harry K. Ford in Winter, South Dakota.
People say the good old days are gone, but Harry K keeps proving them all wrong. The K stands for quality, like the way things used to be. The best sales and service in Central South Dakota. Harry K, the people difference. Harry K, the people difference.
Hey, welcome back to Fort Pierre. This is the Big Dakota Conference Volleyball Tournament. We are in pole play, the first two games, winner to face the Chamberlain Lady Cubs here, to be followed by the Miller Lady Rustlers afterwards. Betsy, how are you?
Winded. All I can say is I'm glad that's 4 lanes between the interstate and from here. Not that I was breaking any laws, but
I'm sure you weren't.
I figured, an hour ahead of time, I'll have plenty of time. Whoops, guess not. Okay, so we're in the first set. We're playing Chamberlain, not Miller like I posted on. Blah.
Relax.
Okay.
We had a shot.
After the information that we received yesterday.
And that one's going to catch right inside the back line there by Grassrope. Good server here, if you remember her from last year.
Absolutely.
It was reported that the information they sent out to the teams yesterday morning was just an example.
Oh, my.
And then they redrew the whole thing.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we're playing Chamberlain.
We're playing Chamberlain, and we knew we were going to play Chamberlain and Miller. They just switched the order and bumped the times. And here we are. Winner trails for the first time in this first set, 17-16.
That one's out. Yep. Winner, I mean, I just got on here, but looks maybe a little flat. Are they looking ahead of Chamberlain and looking forward to Miller? Or?
Came out strong. I think, if I remember correctly, Miller defeated Chamberlain in the first game. That was 2-0. Very, very decisive victories.
Just looking at Chamberlain's record, they come in, I believe they just got their first win the other night on the season against Todd County. So hopefully the Lady Warriors not overlooking Chamberlain here. There's a missed block there by Vollmer. And Chamberlain coming out with nothing to lose.
No,
saying,
they don't.
You know what? We might be sitting at 1-6, but we're going to show you that we're a better team than that, and don't take us for granted.
I got us started in this broadcast. That's about all I'm good for. Betsy, you're here to take over.
When they just look out of set system here, and there's another. Not sure what happened. Oh, I think we had replay. We had a loose ball from the other court come over, so they stopped play and reserve. Pass from Bertram, not a very good pass. Winner needs to obviously all the momentum with the Chamberlain Lady Cubs right now. Nice hard serve again there. That is Cott.
Yep.
Chamberlain gets the ball back here, set up to Bertram. And there's dig attempt by Cott there. Bertram gets the kill on that one. Skylar Vandenhall is going to check in. Couldn't see for Winner who sat down. But
just so you know, Kylie Horseman was diagnosed yesterday with mono, probably going to miss quite a few games here over the next few weeks. Skylar Vandenhall seeing a lot of time in that front line now for the Winter Lady Warriors. Best wishes to you, Kylie.
Yeah.
I know you're out there listening. Get well fast. Get some rest.
And Kylie been fighting a knee injury off and on all season, so hopefully she gets over that. You said pneumonia or mono?
Mononucleosis.
That's no fun. I've never had it, but I know people have, and they say it's no fun.
Their winner looks to have settled in. 22-19. They trail by 3 here. Need to rally or else they could lose this first set. These are 3-set games. First 2 sets to 25, third set to 15. Bailey Vollmer had done a nice job with that soft floating serve in her first round.
There's a miss hit by Haley Halleck.
Big hitter, if you remember.
Yeah, she is.
See, I'm starting to remember a lot of these girls from last year.
I was looking at the roster the other day, and I remember her. One hit back over by Chamberlain. Good job by Sherman there to tip it. Block there. Nice hustle by Vanderhall. And then that is hit out on the block attempt by Grace Yeaton. Chamberlain comes in with a very young team.
Yep, a lot of sophomores.
Yep, and some seniors, but if I remember right, last year they had some seniors, of course, graduated now, and Kennedy Wagner being one of those, and was one of their mainstay players. And now
this hit by Madison Harmon ties it up 22-22. We're going to step away just for a moment. DB's Bait and Tackle.
DB's Bait and Tackle has expanded to be the largest dealer in South Central South Dakota. DB's is stocked with tons of tackler for your angler adventures and live bait. So whether it's bass, walleye, northern catfish, or whatever you want to catch, stop in and you'll agree DB's Bait and Tackle at 142 West 4th Street in Winter is your store with more. DB's Bait and Tackle, proud to sponsor all the Winter Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Good luck in tonight's contest.
Bailey Vollmer at the line in a tied game, 22-22.
And they got somebody in the net here.
Looked like it was number 7,
yep.
Grace Yeaton, that 5'6" sophomore setter for the Lady Cubs. Winner with the lead again.
Ooh, and there's a miss serve. That was something I know Coach Kieser talked about on Coach's Corner, listening to it earlier this morning. She said in that against Lyman the other night, she was very disappointed in our serving. We gave away lots of points, especially in the first set. That night, and there's a tip there on the block attempt by Chamberlain. Winner going to reset here. There's Fritz with a nice hit. Nice block there by, Winner got to keep playing. Nope, I guess they're going to call that out. Not give them a chance to bring it back in. But Coach Kieser says something we've got to work on is that we've had way too many service errors this season, and we'll start working a little bit harder on attacking at the net. She was kind of disappointed with attacking the other night. But otherwise, overall, good play. And right now, Winter's starting out a little slow, but they are coming back. And there's a nice hit for the kill by
Sydney Fritz.
Sydney Fritz, and that is your first set. Or no, are we a home team on here?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so that
Winter rallies. Winter is the home team. Winter rallies to win this one after falling behind in the midpoints, 25-23. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll be back for set 2 after a word from some of our sponsors on WinterWarriorsLive.com.
Plan on brightening up your home or office atmosphere? Need to warm or cool down the environment in your space? Then stop down and visit with Kutra Electric. Bob and his crew will shed some light with quality advice and direction on your next project. And when they see your vision for your next project, you can count on a team of professional servicemen to come in and get the job done in a fast and courteous fashion. And remember, we provide the same quality service for a single light repair as we would for new construction or remodel. So call us at 842-1510. The store that always does the most for you is the Winter Food Center. We wish the best of luck to the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior teams as a proud sponsor of all the action on Winter Warriors Live. We invite you to stop out for your everyday grocery needs, fresh produce, top-grade meat department, incredible dairy section, and much, much more. Or, for your special event orders, you'll always find what you're looking for at the Winter Food Center. And they always deliver speedy, friendly service at the Winter Food Center, the store doing the most for you.
How long should your dreams live?
Long enough to pay off the house.
Long enough to send the kids to college.
Your dreams should live forever. So help protect them with American Families Life Insurance. Use our online life needs calculator at amfam.com and call your local agent to find out how much coverage is right for you and your family. Your dream is out there. Go get it. We'll protect it. Life insurance underwritten by American Family Life Insurance Company. Home office, Madison, Wisconsin.
Rosenberg Implement was founded in 1937, and since its inception, they have always been your full-service John Deere dealership. Headquartered in Winter, they now have grown to dealerships in Pierre, Phillip, and their latest addition of Nebraska stores in Bloomfield, Harrington, Laurel, and Wayne. Even with their past success, they understand that they need to continually prove themselves each and every day to earn your business and trust, and are committed to doing just that. Proudly sponsoring the Winter Warriors and Lady Warriors dream and the coverage of the pursuit of those dreams on Winter Warriors Live.
Hey, welcome back to Fort Pierre. First round pool play, Mid-Dakota Conference Tournament. The winner, Lady Warriors, taking on the Chamberlain Lady Cubs. This is Jody Brozick, joined by Betsy Watzel, bringing you action here in set 2.
I'm here. I'm typing.
No, that's all right. Irene Grassrope's going to be at the line first for the Lady Cubs. Very talented server for them. Right at Tani Sherman. Nice set by Casey Nord. Kelsey Bertram with a nice dink. Almost catches the Lady Cubs off guard. Nord with the set. This one to Fritz. That one's going to catch a home in the left corner. Point Lady Warriors. 1-0 lead here, set 2.
Again, if you're just joining us, sorry for the confusion.
Oh, no confusion.
Well, we're not confused, but
Sydney Fritz at the line. Several points early. It's that one. There's an ace. Just nobody found that one. Beautiful home right between the front and the back row of it on the left-hand side. Right inside the line.
Another nice serve there. That's Halleck. I don't know. That wasn't Halleck. Excuse me. I'm still trying to get organized. There's a set up to Littaw. There's Halleck with the return. Set back. Oh, they're going to call that out. Apparently with the close court vicinity today with the 2 courts going, anything that gets close to the other court, it's out on the team that hit it. So a lot of times, some tournaments, if there isn't a lot of action going on the other tournament, other court, you can actually keep playing a ball that goes out. But
another ace there by Sydney Fritz.
When they're starting to settle in, you come here maybe mentally prepared to play Miller first game because that's what you were told you were going to do, and you get here and they say, "Oh no, you're playing Chamberlain." That kind of changes. That can affect the team mentally, and not that you can overlook Chamberlain because you can't. They're a young, scrappy team, but
back-to-back service errors here by both squads make the score 6-1.
But when they're looking now, it looks like they're starting to settle in here a little bit. Taking that first set in a close one, 25-23. Get a lot of credit to Chamberlain. A nice dig there. That was by Sharping. Set up their ice. Good job of moving the ball by the Lady Warriors, and Kelsey Bertram with a nice kill there.
It's now Dusty Littaw coming to the service line. We're not going to be able to pick up the servers in the way the courts are laid out.
There's miscommunication there on the Chamberlain Lady Cubs between Harmon and, can't tell who the number is in the front row there. That is Grace Houghton.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 sophomores, young, kind of the youth showing through. Didn't quite have the communication there. Pass from Fritz to Nord. Nord's going to sit up. There's Tani Sherman with nice hit. Nice dig there in the back row by Chamberlain.
That was Taylor Sharping, back row for Chamberlain.
And setting up Fritz in the back row. Nice hard hit off the ceiling. Chamberlain continues to play it. Good job by Chamberlain. Play off the ceiling as long as it's on your side of the court. Set up in the back row there to Fees Spellman. She does a nice job. And there's Bailey Balmer able to use the net for a little bit of help there to get the kill. Dusty Littaw still serving for winner. That ball will go out. Good job by Balmer and Fritz. Good communication there. In that Chamberlain, too, just what I saw there, missed part of that first set. But, again, a team that's little, winner being, having the advantage more than likely. A younger team like Chamberlain, nothing to lose, going to come out and give winner their best set. Give them their best game right away.
We're going to take a 30-second timeout. Chamberlain wants to talk about it. We want you to hear this. And Pride, winner, South Dakota.
Do you remember the days of the hometown general store where everybody stopped and everybody knew everybody? Today, with our busy lives and schedules, some feel we've lost that connection. But it is alive and well today at the Pride. They want to know your name, how the kids are, how's your day going. We value community and hometown pride. But don't just think we're stuck in the past. We have all the modern day conveniences and comforts you need from us. And when you leave, we want you to have felt at home. We live in this town and care for this town.
Okay, we're back in Fort Pierre. This set going a little bit like this first set. Winner jumped out early. Let's see if they can avoid the midpoint slumps that they had in set one. Chamberlain rallied. They trailed 14-5, somewhere around there. At one point, Winner had doubled them up, 14-6. They come back, took a 16-15 lead as you were getting here. So, see if Winner stays
focused. I hope I was with the Jinx. Well, they came back and won it, so. Alec with the set up there to, that is Harmon in the middle, I believe. Winner able to find the open court right in the middle. Chamberlain's left a big hole there most of this set so far, and see if they can adjust and start filling that in. That is Maisie Fee Spellman with the pass. Free ball back over to Winner. Nord get a back set over to Bertram. Bertram finds that hole again. That center of that court's just being left wide open by Winner, and until Chamberlain fixes it, they're going to take advantage of it. Nice serve there by Litaw. Pass from Fritz now. Nice short setup to Sherman. Good job by Chamberlain to recover. It'll be tipped over. That's going to be out. Good idea there by, that's Bridget Bird. Another name from that team last year, in the basketball team last year for Chamberlain. Just pushed it a little bit too far. Tipped over again there by Chamberlain. Bertram now going to set up to Vollmer. Vollmer uses the net again. And able to find that hole.
She's done that a couple times here today.
Yeah, I think she's just mishitting it, but the net's helping her out there. Dusty Litaw serving up a lot of points here in the second set. Winner up 15-1. That one's out. Ooh, barely. It was a nice hit there from the back row by Halleck, but just a hair long. It's going to be a free ball back over to Winner. Nord with the set to Bertram. Bertram's going to set up. Oh, with a beautiful job by Sherman. Sherman able to recover that one. They've covered the hole well, and there's a miss. That's not a very good set from Nord to Bertram. Bertram tried to punch it over, and that just went out of bounds. This is number 12, Bridget Bird serving. Nice dig by Litaw. Block attempt there by Chamberlain. Goes out of bounds. Good job by Sherman to back off.
Bringing the heat.
Skylar Vandenhall checked back in for Nord. This will be a good experience for Skylar. She hasn't played a whole lot this season. This will help her out, especially with Kylie, like you said, Kylie being out for a little while.
One thing that she brings is it's not coachable, her height.
Yep, absolutely. You know, just not looking ahead, but just looking across court, watching this Mobridge team warm up over here. They've got some height.
They did last year.
They lot like a Lyman County height, looks like. I haven't looked at their roster for sure here, but they're not listed very tall. But
focus. Come on, the focus.
I'm waiting for the ball to get over there. Chill. I just haven't got to watch more. Oh, there's a ball in the court. That'll be a replay. Referee's right on top of that one.
Mobridge still undefeated, I believe. I think they won their first game in the pool.
This is serving for Grace Sheaton, and she has a service there into the net. Serving for Winners, Bailey Vollmer. Takes a little off that one. Bridget Bird with a nice return there, and nice block there at the net by Vandenhall, and Sherman gets it to drop back over. Winner in command at 19-4. I think they got a good talking to between those two sets. Winner did.
I thought Stacy was very calm.
She was calm, but you could guess she was giving her opinion. Coach Keyser said a few words, and
I think they were pointing out some flaws in our defensive setup. I knew she was talking about the corners, and they were exposing us there. Just and reading lips.
Too, a little bit, and nothing, and Skylar Vandenhall is playing real well, what I've seen her play so far. But you're sticking in a person in there who doesn't get to play a lot. That throws your communication off just a little bit. That was a nice job by Skylar there. So just, taking that first set, got to adjust a little bit. Every team's going to give you a good first set. So Winner doing a nice job of settling in. Sherman takes a little off that. Nice pass there by Bird. Bird going to kind of just tap it over and finds a little bit of a hole there in the Winter defense.
Little bit. Looked like a big hole right there in the middle.
It opened up fast. Serving there is number 9, Halleck again for Chamberlain. And we got a ball in the court. Sherman just hits it back out. Keep playing there. Nice job there. Littau to lay off there.
That was
nice
kind of a quick set.
Yep. Chamberlain did a good job moving well over here. Hit by grass rope. Vandenholt, nice little setup to Littau. Blocked there by Cott, but Chamberlain recovers. Nice hustle by Fritz. Vollmer just hit this back over. Winner needs to reset their defense. Grass rope now approaching. Good dig there by Sherman.
Good trust there by Bailey Vollmer.
Yeah.
Know that your teammate's behind
you. Set from Bertram to Vandenhall. Vandenhall sets across to Fritz. Nice little rally by both teams going here. Tip back over there. Chamberlain going to reset up here. Nice dig by Vollmer. Oh, unable to save it is Dusty Littau. Nice little rally. That's what you like to see. Chamberlain's, they're going to make some noise here as much as they can.
Do not go quietly.
Exactly.
Into that midnight.
No lead is safe. And we got a rotation there, it looks like, on Winter.
You know what's interesting? That's the first one I ever seen on Winter in 2 years.
I think
year
so.
plus.
Yep. Don't know what. I think it was Kelsey was out of position.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, she moved over right away.
Sometimes I think the players know it, but if you make it obvious to the ref, sometimes you can get away with it. But that time they got caught. Kelsey moved immediately over. I think she knew it when the play was going, but right before the play started. That happens sometimes. Nice floating serve there by Nord. Grass rope with the setup. Good job by Sherman there. Oh, that one's just out by Sydney Fritz. Here comes a nice hard server for Chamberlain and grass rope. Pass there from Sherman. Hit back over by Nord. Just about the only play she had. Nord's now going to set back up to Sydney.
Mistimed it.
Yep. See where she went up. (21-10) is our score. Grass rope serving. Sherman with the pass to Nord. Nord's setting up to Littau. Good retrieval there by Chamberlain. Free ball back over to Winter. Set up now to Bertram. Bertram gets it to hit off the net. Wasn't the prettiest, but it worked.
I don't know. I think those off the top of the net are pretty nice.
They are. You don't plan it, really, but sometimes it can come back right at you. But when it works, it works. That ball is out there and hit over. Winner up 23-10. Sydney Fritz serving. See if she can finish it out here. There's a nice serve there. That's an ace. Right at Macy Fee Spellman, and she did what she could to get it, but Winner with the match point here. And that'll ball be out, and that'll be your second final set. First game goes to Winner. They win their first game over the Chamberlain Lady Cubs. Take first set 25-23 and win the second set 25-10.
Here at Farmers Union Insurance, they do everything they can to make sure that you have the right insurance for your specific needs. They understand not every individual or family has the same insurance needs, and insurance is not a one-size-fits-all type solution. You see, they look at themselves as an insurance consultant rather than the typical salespeople. Farmers Union Insurance Agency's presence within the community is more than just an insurance office. They are proud to sponsor coverage of winter athletics and students. Good luck this year to all the Warrior and Lady Warriors.
No job is too big or small for the gang at H&O Electric in Winter. Whether it's a simple task around the house, to remodel, or new addition, to major construction, we provide residential, commercial, and industrial heating, cooling, and electrical work in winter. We can handle it all. Call 605-842-1117 for service or more information on your next project, big or small. H&O Electric is your authorized dealer of Crane heaters, too. Good luck in tonight's contest. H&O Electric is a proud sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior coverage on Winter Warriors Live.
Winter Regional Healthcare is proud to sponsor coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletics and activities on Winter Warriors Live. Best of luck in tonight's event. Here at Winter Regional Healthcare, we are committed to professional care with a personal touch at our local hospital and long-term care facility. For more information on the services we provide, check out our website at winterregional.org. Winter Regional, proud to support the student athletes and activities. Honored to serve the families of South Central South Dakota. Remember, professional care with a personal touch at Winter Regional Healthcare.
In the American Legion at 311 Jefferson Street is the official Game Day webcast host for all live productions. Game Day means tailgating, which starts at 5 p.m. and lasts through 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Mona and Kathy will start your pregame off with some incredible specials on their famous wings and beverages, and then you can check out their delicious dinner menu. Our Game Day hosting calendar includes every game, so you don't miss a minute. Plan on stopping by Wings and More for food and beverages and an incredible viewing experience.
We're back in Stanley County. First game of pool play with the Chamberlain Lady Cubs is in the books. Winner wins 25-23, 25-10 to remain undefeated. I know Miller is undefeated at this point as they defeated Chamberlain in their first matchup in pool play. We'd speculated after seeing the schedule earlier today or last night that there would be 2 pool play games and then 2 tournament play games. And I'm sure that's the way it's going to go at the pace that they're moving. This one is in the books, though. Betsy, you only got to see one of the sets, 1.5. What are your thoughts on the shotgun game here at the Big Dakota Conference Tournament?
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, can I say it? No. No, you mean about winner or?
The game that we just played.
What I saw the first set, winner looked a little flat. Of course, I come in and when Chamberlain was making a run, maybe a little bit just thinking you're coming in playing Miller, your mindset's Miller, and then you find out when you get here, schedule's changed, that type of thing. But Winter really did a good job in that second set. Settled down, played their style of volleyball, adjusted mentally, made the adjustments on the court as they needed to, and took care of business that second set. And now we'll have maybe about an hour break to mentally get prepared for Miller.
Yep.
Miller, of course, our first game of the year was against them 3 weeks ago today. It's going to be fun and exciting to see how much Winter's improved, what Miller has done to improve on the season. Should be a great matchup. Could easily go 3 sets.
We've seen Winter Lady Warriors versus Miller Lady Rustlers and then the Ainsworth Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Ainsworth and Miller, very comparable teams in style of play and level of ability.
Yep.
We struggled out of the chute. Game 1 against Ainsworth, we lost 3-1, but that was something we could win. So
yeah, much closer sets, those Ainsworth sets than.
Yeah, all competitive and using the common denominators, the cues that you can take from each of those games. You really do think that this is going to be a barn burner coming up.
Yep, really should be. Winter's going to be, Winter's looking for revenge. They want Miller to know, hey, you know what, we've improved. We're going to give you everything we got now, and we're going to show you that we are a good volleyball team.
The only thing I'm regretting or kind of not happy about is it's going to be a 3-set game.
Right.
I'd like to see that one go 5.
Yep. Yep. So
what we're going to do is take a break here. We're going to run through the remainder of our sponsors, and then we'll be back in about an hour. We're going to set up a second stream, come back to the homepage video player on winterwarriorslive.com for the Miller Lady Rustlers and the Winter Lady Warriors.
And what I posted earlier on Facebook, I said that would be a 5 o'clock game. It will probably be more like a 2:30, 3 o'clock game now. Yep. They are running way ahead of schedule here, so which is nice. Get the games going and stuff too. So.
Nice for everybody, but people trying to schedule productions around it.
So. Or people leaving later.
For Betsy Wansel, this is Jody Brozek. Actually, for Betsy Wansel, Nathan Umberger, Chase Vogelai, and KB Brozek, KHJ Brozek, this is Jody Brozek saying we'll be back in about an hour.
The Winter Bowling Center is a proud sponsor of all the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior action on Winter Warriors Live. For great family action, check out the Winter Bowling Center. We've got a great game room with pool, darts, foosball, pinball, and more. And we've got the best snack bar featuring delicious Mexican dishes, burgers, and of course, Stone Willie pizzas. Call in your order to 842-2287 for free delivery. We've also got an expanded casino room and can host all types of parties and events. The Winter Bowling Center, East Highway 44 in Winter. Mathis Implement is a huge sponsor of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior Athletics. And we're your home for huge savings. We've got all the genuine Case IH parts, products, and service programs you need. Schedule your multi-point customized maintenance inspection now. You'll always find the highest quality parts and service. And the Case IH factory-trained technicians at Mathis Implement make sure your equipment stays up and running at peak productivity. Call Mathis Implement 842-3110 or stop out on West Highway 18 in Winter for personal consultation.
Life is fast and complicated. Keeping up with family, finances, insurance, and more left you in a state of falling behind? Then call State Farm agent Carrie Jones in Winter to find a simpler state. With Carrie Jones handling all your auto, home, and life insurance, things will slow down so you have more time for everything else and more money too. You see, by adding your policies with State Farm agent Carrie Jones, you can earn discounts up to 40%. And this all equals more you time and money. So call State Farm agent Carrie Jones today and catch up to a better state with State Farm.
Sassy Spurs Boutiques has expanded. Check out our Western apparel and footwear for men, women's, kids, and infants. Sassy Spurs features Twisted X boots, Huey caps, Cowgirl Tough, Stetson and Resistol hats, and Corky's footwear. Need some bling to go with your new threads? Shop our expanding lines of jewelry, purses, belts, buckles, and boot polish. It's all available under one roof at Sassy Spurs on the 4 lanes, and shipping is available by calling 605-842-2400.
How confident do you feel about your retirement? Ask Leiden & Associates, a financial advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, about the exclusive Confident Retirement approach. Together, you'll break down retirement planning step by step to get the real answers you need. Call Joel Leiden or Candy Sockgen at 605-842-3832 today. Offices located at 214 East 2nd Street in Winter, South Dakota, with offices also located in Chamberlain and Pierre. The Confident Retirement approach is not a guarantee of future financials results. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, a registered investment advisor. Ameriprise Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC.
The right nutrition, animal health, and record management is key to having a profitable cattle program. That's why you want to work with the people at Farmco, who will take the time to learn your operation and help you grow your business. We are your full-service agriculture provider of feed, seed, animal health, farm, and ranching equipment built on terrific service. Get to know Farmco, locally owned and serving you in Chamberlain, Platte, Winter, and east of Kimball at the Paragon. Visit us online at farmcosd.com. Farmco, feeding your future.
Computers and More, located at 660 West 2nd Street, is obviously your computer sales and repair business in Winter. The More is so much other than you can imagine. We are your local outlet for Winter Warrior sports apparel. We do screen printing and embroidery for your purple and gold attire. Stop in and check out all our gear on hand for you to wear to the next game. Call us at 842-9057 for an appointment to see how we can design your company logo on all types of clothing. And remember, thanks for keeping it local.
There's a new sheriff in the Wild West. Wild West Gas has now reopened under new management. It's the same old location, but with a new, fresh set of smiling faces, ready to welcome you each time you stop on by. As with NSC Store Sheriff, Wild West Gas is armed with the finest selection traveling needs to help you keep the peace on your next adventure. Wild West Gas is a proud supporter of Warrior and Lady Warriors Live Productions. And listen here, partners, stop in after the game with your game program, and y'all will receive 10% off your in-store purchases. Woo, doggy.
Suffering from neck pain, chronic or acute back pain, or headaches? Tired of temporary relief from your current regimen of treatment? Here at Atlas Chiropractic, it's a different approach. Dr. Willowade of Atlas Chiropractic in Winter uses a unique technique that is gentle, precise, and effective. Are you ready for change? Call Atlas Chiropractic today at 842-1588 to set up your initial examination, or stop into 210 South Main Street, Suite number 4, and begin your path to permanent correction. Atlas Chiropractic is a proud fan of the Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior athletic teams and the coverage of their successes on Winter Warriors Live.
Do you hear that sweet sound driving down the road? You know the one, silent. WW Tire Service in Winter strives to deliver you a quality driving experience. They offer a huge selection of tires, ranging from Bridgestone, Firestone, Cooper, and more. But they're more than just tire sales. Their ASE certified technicians are able to care for all of your automotive needs. Their philosophy is simple: never promise more than you can deliver, and always give the customer more than they expect. Stop in or give them a call at 842-0884.
Lil Feller in Winter welcomes all fans and travelers to Winter. We invite you to stop by before or after the game for the best in snacks, drinks, ice, fuel, and much more. It's all available at the Lil Feller, your 24-hour convenience store in Winter. Lil Feller also wants to wish all the Warrior and Lady Warriors good luck on the season and in tonight's competition. We are excited to bring you coverage of all of tonight's action on Winter Warriors Live. And remember, the Lil Feller is the one for all your pregame and postgame convenience traveling needs.
Frontier Motors is a committed sponsor of the student-athlete activities in our area and are proud to bring you coverage of Winter Warrior and Lady Warrior activities on Winter Warriors Live. Frontier Motors in Winter is a full-service dealer for Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram vehicles. They also maintain one of the area's largest inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles. With over 300 in stock, the best selection at the best price is at Frontier Motors in Winter. Frontier Motors on West Highway 18 or shop online at frontiermotors.com.
Hey, sports fans, McDonald's and Winter Warriors Live have teamed up to present the Golden Arches Player of the Game. Each night after the game, go to the Winter Warriors Live page on Facebook. Winter Warriors Live page on Facebook. There you will find a post asking you to vote for the person you felt was the player of the game. Simply cast your vote by commenting with the player's name.
All voting on each game's poll will cease 2 hours after the completion of the game.
So don't waste a minute. Log in and vote. The winner of each night's vote will receive a complimentary value meal from McDonald's. McDonald's, Winter Warriors Live, and the Golden Arches Player of the Game. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. McDonald's is happy to sponsor the Warriors and Lady Warriors on Winter Warriors Live.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes in South Dakota are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.